Breaking news tonight, the New York State Court of Appeals just rejected the new congressional and state Senate district lines, meaning new maps will need to be drawn and the June primary election is in jeopardy. News 12's Kurt Semder is at the Alert Center to break down what all this means. Kurt.
Yeah, Dan, rarely do you see something send this level of shockwave through the New York political landscape, but that is exactly what happened today. The State Court of Appeals siding with Republican voters who said the new boundaries that you see right here, these would have been the new lines. Well, they said those were unconstitutional and that proper procedure was not followed in approving these maps. Now, these new lines, they were seen by many as heavily favoring Democrats. Now, look, there is a lot in this 78-page recommendation, a lot of text, a lot to break down. The court rejecting the lawyers on the Democrats' side argument that this year's election process was too far along to start over with new lines. In fact, the primary election scheduled for June 23rd, that's less than 2 months from now. But one passage I did want to highlight is over here. It says it'll likely be necessary to move the congressional and Senate primary elections to August. That's something to keep in mind here. Governor Kathy Hochul was asked about the news today at an event in Brooklyn. Take a listen.
Well, I was actually, at the time that came down, I was just told as I was meeting with this Holocaust survivors, so I need to give me a little bit of time to review it, and then we'll have a statement prepared.
And we're going to be looking out for that statement. Meanwhile, reaction quick to come in on social media, as you would expect. Republicans very pleased with this decision. In fact, gubernatorial candidate Lee Zeldin saying that the Court of Appeals tossing this hyper-partisan, gerrymandered congressional and state Senate maps out. He says this is excellent news for the people of New York. We also saw from several other people, Brooklyn Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis calling it great news. Nick Langworthy, the head of the New York State GOP, setting out a statement, had said this is an outrageous, brazen attempt to rig the election and violate the constitutional rights of every citizen. He says Democrats suffered the defeat they deserved. Let's see what happens there. One last tweet I wanted to show you because there's another point of this. My heart goes out to the campaign staffers and volunteers that now have to go out and beg people to sign petitions again. The whole process seems like it may have to start all over. We will keep you posted.